Good morning, everyone. Thank you for promptly attending. We have a great 2 days of deliberations, great presentations, and some fun. A jam-packed program for you, and our MC Leanne Muffet will take you through that a little bit later. For now, I would like to welcome Uncle Vince Copley from the Nudgery Nation, who will give us a welcome to country.
Thank you. Good morning. On behalf of the Nudgery community, past, present and future, I'd like to have a warm welcome to you all today. And if today's agenda shows that it's going to be as exciting as you did yesterday, so I'm sure that you'll all enjoy yourself. And I think that probably we look forward to the rest of the conference. So, good morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Vince. We now continue our welcome to Clare with Ali and Isaac from the Clare High School. Come up, Ali and Isaac. And we look forward to their presentation. Stand up in the middle there rather than behind the lectern, I think.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for that welcome to Country, Vince. I'm Isaac, and this is Ali, and on behalf of the local kids from the Clare Valley region, we'd also like to welcome you all to our home.
We feel really lucky to be growing up in this beautiful part of the country, with fresh air and wide open spaces and trees and birds and
none of that crazy stuff city people have to do, like traffic jams and smog and big faceless crowds.
Yeah, like I said, we're pretty lucky growing up in the country, but there's still stuff that worries us, you know?
Yeah, we've still got problems to deal with. We still get anxious sometimes.
I get anxious when I have to socialise with people I don't know, and when I get pushed out of my comfort zone.
I worry about schoolwork. All the homework and the deadlines and the assignments all due at the same time.
Yeah, school makes me anxious too. I worry my grades won't be good enough, you know? Me too. I hate feeling like I'm letting my teachers or my parents down.
When I get a bad grade, I worry I won't get into uni and be able to become a teacher. Being away from my phone makes me really stressed because stuff could be happening right now that I don't know about, and I hate missing out.
I get anxious in front of an audience. When I have to speak in front of a crowd. Not like this, I guess.
I get stressed about stress. Even thinking about being stressed is stressful, don't you think?
I worry about what my parents will think of my grades and that they'll be disappointed in me.
I get anxious about being in crowds. Bigger the crowd, the worse I worry.
Social situations make me anxious, like parties and things like that. It's cities that make me anxious. Just thinking about Adelaide makes me stressed.
I get anxious about housing prices going up. What will that mean for us when we're old?
Grades make me stressed. My grades have to be good so I can go to boarding school.
I get anxious when people stare at me when I walk. I worry about what other people think about me.
Me too, especially about the way I look.
Overpopulation worries me. We should worry that it's getting out of control.
Yeah, like I said, even growing up in Clare, we still have things to worry about.
I worry about all that stuff too, don't you?
Sure I do, but it's not like...
What will the world even be like when we grow up? I mean, there's going to be 9.5 billion people.
What about jobs? Robots and AI will have taken over everything.
Forget about jobs, there's not going to be any food, too many people and not enough arable land.
Not to mention droughts and floods and hellish heat waves from global warming. Plus, there won't be any fish left in the ocean, so they will basically be dead.
The only thing that fishermen will be able to catch is plastic. That's if there's any people left to be fishermen.
If they haven't all been killed by North Korea.
North Korea?
Donald Trump, he might get in first.
Donald Trump? Or it could be terrorists who start nuclear war.
Actually, it's more likely to be an asteroid. There's so many out there, it's just a matter of time before one gets it.
Stop! You can't think about all this too much. I mean, I worry about all that too, but
those thoughts can get out of control. And sometimes you just need to get away from all that craziness in your head.
yeah, sometimes you just need to find somewhere to chill.
Well,
too stressed. You have to find some perspective and remember what's real.
When I want to do that, when I want to get away from everything, there's this tree in my garden that I really like to climb.
Same. My tree's actually got a name. I call him Sebastian. He's so high, like way taller than my house. I feel completely safe when I'm off that tree.
When I'm at the top of my tree, it's like everything is different, but yet so familiar. My home seems smaller from up there. I like it. It makes me feel peaceful.
That's how I feel when I'm tending my bees. It's just me and the bees and the dirt and the trees. No one's telling me what to do. It's completely stress-free.
Working on the farm makes me feel like that. Forget about everything when I'm in the paddocks chasing sheep.
And it might sound bad, but you kind of feel like you're helping out, like you're worth something when you're working on the farm.
There's a hill I like to climb when I want to get away from everything. From the top, I can look down onto the vineyards in the valley, and it's so pretty. It always makes me feel better.
For me, it's the beach. It's impossible to feel stressed when you're floating in the sea. Or watching the water with your toes stuck in the sand and the sun on your skin.
I like the river and the creek, catching fish and yabbies in the peace and quiet.
There's this quiet spot I know where no one ever goes on Hutt River. I just like sitting under the trees and listening to the birds.
The place I go to in my head probably doesn't exist. It's full of flowers, so many flowers everywhere, and when I lay down they are all I can see.
It's funny, isn't it? When you imagine a place to relax you, or if you're meditating or whatever, it's always something to do with nature that you think of, even for people who live in the city.
Well, you can't exactly feel calm by imagining being stuck in a traffic jam, can you? Or doing deep breathing exercises, imagining you're breathing clouds of city smoke.
Yeah, but imagine if it wasn't there anymore.
Imagine if what wasn't there anymore.
Your happy place, your favourite spot. Not that you couldn't get there because you were too busy or it's too far away or whatever, but if it didn't exist anymore.
You mean if Jack's tree,
If Sebastian.
if Sebastian got cut down?
Yeah, if Jack's tree got cut down, or if Ella's river dried up, or if your farm couldn't be a farm anymore because it just never rained.
You couldn't even imagine this place anymore. You could never go there.
What would you do then? What would happen to all our memories of those places? Would they be destroyed as well?
But we'd never let that happen, would we?
Thank you very much, the Clare High School drama students. Could I just invite Sally and Philip to come up to the stage, please? Sally is our director and Philip Parslow, the drama teacher. And they've worked very hard with these students. The students have worked very hard too to bring this together. And it's been a great vision of ours to make sure that we have a very strong youth engagement in this conference. And I think this is just the start of it. So thank you very much, Philip.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Sally. This is like
Terrific.
a token of our appreciation.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
And thanks again. Whilst the students are making their way back to the real thing in life, that's school, we'll just pause and make sure that everyone's got some seats. So there are some seats around, a few tables, if you want to make your way to them, especially up the front here. And we have a video presentation welcome from the Minister Frydenberg, which is ready to go. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to welcome you all to the 2017 South Australian State Community Landcare Conference. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land you are meeting on today, the Ngadjuri people. I pay my respects to their elders past and present and to other Indigenous Australians who are attending today's proceedings. This is a wonderful opportunity for the Landcare community of South Australia to come together. The Landcare movement has played a major role in promoting environmental conservation, agricultural productivity and strong, resilient communities for more than 25 years. Involving more than 100,000 volunteers and 5,400 different Landcare groups across the country, it is the most successful grassroots land management movement of its kind. Indeed, not just in Australia but anywhere in the world. So impressed were they by our Landcare that 20 other countries have implemented their own programs based on the Australian experience. It's very fitting that this year's conference focuses on innovation and diversity. Landcare groups in South Australia are at the forefront of developing new and varied approaches to improving the management of our environment and sustainable agriculture, and have been recognised for their achievements in the state's biennial Landcare Awards. In 2015, we recognised the achievements of established Landcare groups restoring nature reserves and wetlands to provide valuable habitat for local plants and animals, farmers pioneering pastures, cropping practices to improve ground cover, biodiversity and soil health, and recovery research teams delivering on-ground research and community science initiatives to help track the protect the vulnerable regent parrot. For me, there are several factors that make the Landcare movement one of the most successful volunteering networks in Australia. Firstly, its greatest assets, the diversity of its people. You only have to look around you to see proof of this, from farmers and landholders to the dedicated members of Indigenous communities and community organisations. Secondly, the breadth of knowledge, skills and experience that each of you bring to this movement. You know what works well better than most. And finally, the productive partnerships and networks the Landcare movement has with the government, industry and research organisations. For its part, the Coalition Government is continuing its long-standing commitment to strong natural resource management and biodiversity. That's why we've committed more than $1 billion over 5 years for the next phase of the National Landcare Program. The provision of this significant new funding, together with the reforms that we hope to deliver following the recent program review, should provide a strong foundation for continuing to deliver real benefits in our local communities. We look forward to shortly engaging with local Landcare groups and communities right across the country on the details of the program. The Coalition has a long and proud history of supporting Landcare, and I'm very pleased that we are a foundation sponsor of this year's conference. I congratulate the conference organising committee, led by the Landcare Association of South Australia, for all of their hard work in putting together an exciting program of speakers and activities. I wish you all the best for a thought-provoking and insightful couple of days.
It is really appreciated that the Minister's office did help us with that presentation, so we do thank them and the other Australian Government staff. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our MC Leanne Muffett, who will take you through the rest of the program. And I look forward to enjoying the program with you, and we look forward to having some great times together. Thank you, Leanne.
So welcome to you all. Jerry's also very kindly already introduced the video, so I don't need to do that, so that's fabulous. So I will head straight into VIPs and then some housekeeping. So can I please acknowledge Vince Copley, Traditional Elder. John Coombe, if he was here, but we'll certainly acknowledge him because we're expecting him in the next few minutes. As I said, the acting CEO of Clare and Gilbert Valleys Council. Eric Somerville, I think I've seen you somewhere this morning. Eric, good morning. Eric Somerville, the presiding member of Natural Resources at Northern and York. We're expecting Sharon Starrick, also presiding member Natural Resources SA Murray-Darling Basin. Trevor Naismith from the Northern and York Natural Resources, Regional Director. We're expecting Mike Williams, Regional Director from the SA SA Murray-Darling Basin. Marianne Healy, I have seen somewhere this morning. Good morning, Marianne. She's the Acting Regional Director, Natural Resources AW. Natasha Davis, CEO, Trees for Life. Brett Bartell, Director, Service Delivery from PIRSA. We are also expecting the Honourable Ian Hunter, MLC, later today. Due to prior commitments, he's not able to join us until lunchtime, so he'll be on straight after lunch, and we really look forward to hearing from him. And we also have the Honourable David Spears coming tomorrow, so the Shadow Minister for the Environment. So quite a fantastic list. Of course, we also have our guest speakers. I'm going to just mention a few of those, and we'll hear from others today and tomorrow. So we have Keith Bradby, Jodie Bricku, Vicky Jo Russell, Paul Ryan, and Melanie Malig Sprans. So welcome to you all. I'm also looking for a sponsor slide. So I'm hoping, yep, Lance, if we can have the sponsor slide, that would be great. So I'm not going to run through all of them because there are a lot of sponsors who have contributed to the Landcare conference, and we're very grateful to them all. I will mention just a few. The Australian government, PIRSA, Natural Resources SA Murray-Darling Basin, Natural Resources Adelaide Mount Lofty Ranges, Natural Resources South East, Aboriginal Lands Trust, and also our support sponsors. Can we just give them a round of applause because they've been awesome. Can I now welcome John Coombe? Good morning, John. Good morning. How are you? So John is going to say a few words to welcome us to the council. Oops. Over to you.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I was told it was 9 o'clock, and I wasn't quite sure as to whether or not it was in this room or down there, so I've done a raconteur down there. And if you're moving down there later on in the day, I know it's already set up for you. If you're not, well, I know you found the right place, and so have I. Before I start, I'd like to acknowledge and respect the traditional custodians whose ancestral lands we are meeting on here today. I'm John Coombe, and I'm the Acting Chief Executive Officer for the Clare and Gilbert Valleys Council. I've been here since 22nd of May. The CEO resigned from the council, and we're going through a recruitment process. I officially retired back in 2010 as the CEO for the Alexandrina Council. And since that time, I do a number of relieving gigs around the state, which is fantastic because I get an opportunity to travel this great state and this great country of ours, and to see all of its different machinations as you travel around, as I'm sure all of you do as well. But I'm here today to do the official welcome, and I'm very pleased to do that on behalf of Mayor Alan Orgie and the council members of the Clare and Gilbert Valleys Council. I extend a warm and sincere welcome to all the delegates to this 2017 State Community Landcare Conference run by the Landcare Association of South Australia. The conference theme of celebrating innovation and diversity in landcare is very appropriate as you continue to be challenged by land management practices and appropriate funding allocation. And as I was doing a little bit of research, as you're expected to do, so you don't stand up here and make a fool of yourself, I was looking through and I found this final report, Clare Valley Viticultural Landcare Group, 1992-97. I look around the room and I can see some people mightn't have been born back in 1992, but those of us that are mature, of course, we remember this well. But it goes to show how specific it was in viticulture. And if you will indulge me, the summary of the project activity to demonstrate to Clare Valley grape growers that there are soil degradation problems in the vineyards and the alternative techniques to overcome these problems. To establish trials to demonstrate the benefits of reduced tillage, surface cover, moisture retention and improved soil structure. It goes on to say, the Clare Valley Viticultural Landcare Group was officially formed on the 10th of December 1991 when office bearers and the committee were elected. The original groundwork to form the group took place back in 1989 when Reg Radford and the Hummock Soil Conservation Board, and I'm old enough to go back and remember the soil conservation boards when they were in existence, organised a group of interested locals to listen to the experiences and achievements of a Victorian Landcare group and how we might be able to achieve something in Landcare for the Clare Valley. And I think the work that was undertaken back in those late 80s and early 90s have contributed greatly to the success that we currently enjoy here in Clare Valley with our beautiful wines, which I'm sure some of you will indulge in, some more than others, and also our beautiful foods. So as funding becomes even more central to achieve your goals, it will be about how you on the ground are able to develop and nurture partnership innovation. It will be about achieving more with less and be very focused on what will your priorities be. I think taking Landcare to Adelaide in March this year was an excellent innovation and opportunity to spread the word and highlight the value of Landcare and its many volunteers are making to our environment. I'm also pleased with the winners of the 9 different award categories will be announced as part of the conference. The engagement of our youth in effective Landcare management is also critical for your future as they are our future, and how we engage with them and value and respect their involvement will enable meaningful and lasting outcomes to be achieved. There are many good news stories to be told, and the engagement and use of the media in its widest forms, particularly the electronic media, will be crucial to keep your profile and achievements front and centre of the public, and in particular to the various funding bodies. I was also particularly impressed with the various schools who participated in the 2017 Landcare South Australia Primary School Art Awards. Congratulations go to the students from Heathfield and Geranium Primary Schools for being announced as winners. But the real winners are all of the schools and all of the students who participated. Landcare and its future is in good hands, I believe. I would like to welcome you all to this beautiful part of South Australia and trust you have time to taste our delicious, well-renowned foods and wines, and thank you for the opportunity to wish your state Community Landcare Conference every success, and to the Clare and District Valleys. Thank you.